Check out great deals throughout the store at Safeway. This week at Safeway, get mega packs of USDA Choice boneless beef chuck roast for $3.97 per pound with digital coupon, limit 2 packages. Plus, Hass avocados are 10 for $10 member price. And get Fuji apples for just 77 cents per pound with digital coupon. Also this week at Safeway, get selected varieties of Lucerne milk gallons for the member price of $3.99 each when you buy 2. Visit Safeway.com or head into your local store for more deals.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18 plus.
Basketball and like soda ads have always been kind of corny, but together, like their corniness like makes sense. Does that make sense?
Like there's an endearing factor to it, especially during that time.
Remember that commercial when Drake, like the Sprite commercial where Drake turns into a robot?
Yeah, that was weird.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, remember that shit?
Like his face opens up or some shit, and then it, like,
yeah. Like,
I need a link ASAP.
yeah.
How did I miss this?
I was gonna shoot.
I'm like the biggest Drake fan here. What the fuck?
Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna straight up just send Eric the YouTube link.
And I think that's after they did the campaign with Busta Rhymes.
I'm gonna just type in Drake Sprite robot. Yeah, it came up on YouTube.
How the fuck?
You don't remember this?
No.
It's like if his eyes couldn't get further apart, they found a way, you know? They turned him in like the Little Mermaid before it was even cool to do it.
Wow.
All right, I sent the group chat the link. So I was gonna be like, what? The fuck? Yeah. It's like he's like, yeah, I just ain't feeling it. I'm just not feeling it right now.
Oh shit, I do remember this.
Remember that shit? Last name ever, first name greatest.
Right.
Dumbass line. Man, oh man.
Yeah, it had to cool off his systems and crap.
Yeah,
like, come on, man.
I might have just spaced out.
I think everybody just kind of blacked that out of their mind, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those like Men in Black moments. You're like, maybe I remember that. I'm not really sure.
Wow.
Couldn't really confirm or deny it.
Hey man, but the fucking the visuals on this shit way better than the Flash.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Some might even be better than some spots for Rise of the Beast. I'll tell you that right now.
Could be.
Don't even doubt it.
What is up with special effects right now?
Back.
I don't know.
Didn't they just have like a big ass strike, or like a lot of these guys are burnt out from fucking Disney, so they said we're gonna make everything look as cheap as possible.
Yeah, well that's the thing is I just saw a report the other day about what is it, the artist on Spider-Verse? Like being fucking like work.
Oh yeah, it was basically like Sausage Fest.
Yeah. Where like the animators, some of them didn't even get paid, and some were like almost worked to the point of quitting just so they didn't have to pay them. And then that
really,
I guess like that Phil Lord or something like that, one of the producers, the creatives on it, they said like he couldn't conceptualize like 3D animation, so they kept like rendering out fully done scenes just to look at the edit. Like they weren't using animatics at all.
Oh,
so
wow.
They were spending like half the time just rendering scenes so he could like figure out where the fuck like characters were at in 3D space and shit like that. So yeah. But why, like, what is it? Like, I look back at movies like Flubber had better visual effects than fucking the Flash movie did.
They really fucking did.
But like what do you think that is? Like, what do you guys think that is? The fact, do you think is it rush, or is it just like there's so much visual effects that eventually, like, these companies just go, yeah, fuck it, that looks okay. You think?
I think it's the latter.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's exactly what you just said right there.
Nah, I think it's personnel who they're hiring.
It could be a little mix.
They're trying to go for cheap, but like effective, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that could do it too.
Because I don't like. What did the director of The Flash say? Like, no,
it was supposed to happen.
It's supposed to look like shit.
Oh, why?
I don't know.
And then you look over at the Snyder cut, and you're like, really?
Yeah, I know. They only gave him like $50 to finish off the movie, and he was like, all right, bet. And he just like finished it off, and the shit's in IMAX. And you're like, wait a minute, hold on a second. What the fuck? Like, where did the budget go? And then, you know,
did more with $50 than the fucking. Who even directed The Flash? I don't even know who directed that shit.
It's the guy who did the It movies.
Yeah, it is.
God.
Yeah.
Well, he's about to get ready to do Batman Brave and the Bold now.
He ain't about ready to do shit.
No, like, for real. Like, James Gunn got him all locked and loaded for that. I was like, did we all see the same movie? Apparently not.
Hold back on that one for a bit.
All I know is it's like, well, guess what, guys? The race to the bottom is still going. Here we go.
It's a trip. And then, like, I don't know. I can't, as a fan of Sam Jackson, I can't bring myself to, like, watch.
The Secret Invasion?
Or whatever. Yeah, there you go.
Once again, Disney Plus.
Watch the trailer?
I haven't even seen that, though.
I haven't seen it either.
Well, when you guys take a look at it, when you guys take a look at the trailer, that's all you need to see. Because remember, this is a Marvel property. So, yeah. That's all you need to see.
So they're going to give you the whole thing, like, up front.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that with Endgame and Infinity War. I was like, wait a minute. Nothing was saved for the ending. Like, they literally showed me. They showed me everything but when Captain Marvel shows up at the end of Endgame. And I was like, oh, all right.
And gets cold cock.
I wasn't surprised that you didn't want it.
Yeah, I remember in the theater, everyone went, woo, because they're thinking it's going to be like Nova or some shit like that. You know, whatever. Some random fucking character they haven't introduced yet, you know?
Nova would have been a fucking amazing.
Right, yeah, I know. Anyone would have been amazing.
I mean, the hell,
the Flash.
The hell with having somebody great, right?
Yeah, it would have been funny if it was like Quicksilver. Remember how they offed him in like
that whole fucking Nova Corps shit that they were teasing throughout the whole fucking.
They gave up on that fucking shit, dude.
So
I mean, it was so good that it didn't even make it in the final cut of Endgame of them getting wiped out.
Yeah. I just. Ah, man. And I just remember the theater was like, they were like, woo, because everyone was anticipating who was ever going to show up. And you're thinking like, that might be the kickoff for like the next phase. Is like the next big hidden hero that shows up. You know, it could have been Nova and blah blah whatever. And I remember Captain Marvel shows up, and the whole theater goes, "Oh,
that's about right."
And she's like, "Hey, Peter needs some help or whatever." And then it was just like the whole theater was like, "Boo!" I remember like the vibe was like, "No, fuck off."
Yeah, so some people actually went to go see that movie. I remember going to see it too. I was like,
"Man,
well, I pretty much got the theater to myself."
It's a trip. It's kind of like,
yeah, I think I got blown in that movie. I don't remember.
Probably. That'd be cooler.
As soon as you paid for the ticket, right?
Yeah. I like
nobody
paid for the ticket. I just paid for the space.
Oh,
yeah. I'm really renting the seat, if you know what I mean. I'm pulling the Pee Wee Herman.
Hey, guess what? The sequel's coming, and look at all the anticipation for that.
The Marvels or whatever.
Fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that shit. I'm cool.
I mean,
God, what a slow burn that is. I looked at that trailer. I was like, yeah, this is gonna sell.
Yeah. Then Aquaman 2, and then everyone can just go, can we fucking stop with these now? Are we done? Like, we're good, right? I mean, like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's maybe just the fact that I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, like, these people think I'm retarded for liking these fucking movies. Like, these companies, like, they think I'm legitimately retarded, probably.
They assume you're retarded.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're banking on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just, and if not, you will get there by the time you watch this shit.
Because I see people going like, The Flash isn't even that bad. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. I'm like, are you fucking nuts?
IGN is doing
that's the
that
same
again.
rating that would give.
Like, But like, what does that mean? Are we grading on a curve? Like, what the fuck is what the fuck is a 7? Is that,
It's on a curve because it's one of like the few things I've seen this year.
Oh, right. True. Yeah.
That's why it's.
Yeah, John Wick was so good it brings it up to a 7. That's what it did for me. I was like,
while we're at it, why don't we just make the Batman a 10? I mean, you know, like
I guess maybe that's like, maybe people kind of figured that was coming. Maybe that's why they were like, this movie is fucking perfect, and you're like, well, considering it's okay compared to everything else, yeah, sure,
yeah, okay.
It's a 10 compared to The Flash. If you like disagree shit, if you had to force me to sit down and watch one or the other, I'm probably going to watch the Batman, and that's a crazy thing for me to say.
Ain't it?
Yeah,
I mean, especially even with our.
I don't know if I can do
it. Especially with our review about. Yeah, dare I say it, I would watch Thor: Love and Thunder again before watching The Flash.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Saving Grace.
Like that was kind of okay.
I feel like The Flash makes anything seem pretty cool.
Right? You know? Like they don't even have to try with Blue Beetle now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like when people said, well, you know what did worse than The Flash? Elemental. And I went, God damn. Like, how bad is that?
Whoa.
Like, how bad is Elemental where you're just
like... what's really fucked up about that? That movie had a chance, though. But turning red, though, is like one of those... I don't know. It's weird with Pixar right now. But I would go see Elemental before I ever see The Flash again.
But see, that's the thing is like Disney, I think Disney also made that really weird divide where like some things are Disney animated only and then some things are Pixar. Like, isn't Frozen and like Encanto technically only Disney animated movies? And then Turning Red is Pixar, right? Or what the fuck?
Yeah. Turning Red is Pixar.
Right? And Buzz Lightyear is Pixar.
Oh man, Lightyear was like the death knell for anything. Like, no. The Last Dinosaur was, but Lightyear didn't make it any better.
Man, it's crazy. The Last Dinosaur was like 8 years ago.
Yeah,
which is fucking nuts to think about.
It makes me sad.
Makes me feel fucking old.
But then you think about Mars Needs Moms, and they ran with that.
Mars Needs MILFs would be my movie.
That would be fine and a much better representation.
But then, like, what is then the whole movie would be like, well, what is like, you know, be based on the idea of like appearances and what is a MILF, like what is sexy, and then like all the ladies that are on Mars are not.
If you have to explain that shit now, there ain't no coming back.
You know, and then like all the Martians realize that some of them are trans and they just like freak out and start like killing half of them and all that shit. That'd be crazy. That'd be my thing.
Pretty good Men in Black movie.
Oh, they just go crazy and start like it turns into Schindler's List, but it's just on Mars, but it's moms and shit.
You got me thinking. I need a like an animated movie that just deals with like kids and their experience with their moms who do OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, imagine that's like a Pixar movie.
You know what? Yeah, bring it back. Do that.
Yeah. It'll be like what happened to Andy.
Put some John K. art in there.
Yeah, it'd be like what happened to Andy after Toy Story. That would be it.
Yeah. I'd like to say Andy did fine. I'd like to say Andy did fine. But also you got Sid. Have Sid go through it.
Oh, Sid would have his own OnlyFans, I think, at this point.
You know?
That would be the trip if like Andy didn't realize. My sequel to Toy Story is called Boy Story, right? But what it really is it's Andy's mom gets an OnlyFans and Andy only discovers it because he subscribes to OnlyFans. And then what you find out is that he's also subscribed to like this guy that he thinks makes good content, but it's Sid. Ooh. And then he sees like the old Buzz Lightyear and he's like putting up his butt and shit. He's sick. And he's like, oh, take that, Buzz. And he's like, Sid. And then like he looks out the window and Sid's like bent over, but like your POV is Andy's, but it's like Sid's face is facing the window, but you can obviously tell he's putting the Buzz Lightyear up his butt. Like they have
to infinity and beyond.
They're still in the same house.
This is dark enough for like all the Disney like heads to be like stroking their shit.
Oh yeah, no. This is like Dan Schneider would be watching from Nickelodeon and shit like that.
They'll be enjoying all of that.
Like, there's like that baby doll head. He would just have cut the mouth out and put like those gimp lips on it. It's just been like that's Sid's whole thing, which is sadly enough in today's world on OnlyFans are probably that fool will be making money probably.
Oh, he would be
in a sick ass way.
You know, like speaking of Dan Snyder, he'll look at that and say needs more feet.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, didn't the Nickelodeon sign have a foot on it for a while?
Sure did.
Holy shit.
And then didn't Nick Jr. have 2 feet?
Sure did.
Ew! Oh my God! No!
Mm-hmm. It all lines up.
That is fucking terrifying to think about, man.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even realize that.
Even Nick at Night had a foot logo.
What the fuck? Damn. Ew, what the ew.
I mean, Nick and Knight is fine, but like Nick Jr.,
Yeah.
why do they need 2 feet?
Yeah, and then one of them was
Well, the
tiny.
only reason why I say that is because remember Snick?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was their version of like Snuff.
Remind me what Snick was again?
Snick, let me look it up. Hold on. Snick. I better type it right.
They had that Alex Mack. They had all that and all that kind of stuff. Like it was like their programming block on Saturday nights.
Snick Saturday night programming was a 2-hour programming block on the American cable television network. So yeah.
They had a foot logo too.
2-hour programming network on cable television, Nickelodeon, geared toward older preteen and this is like when all that would air. Right?
Yep. Produced by Dan Snyder.
Snick was revamped as the Saturday night edition of Teen Nick. Nickelodeon continues to run a Saturday night programming block today, though since the Teen Nick name was removed from the lineup, the block no longer goes by any name. Snick from 1992 to 2005. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that shit had a run?
Remember that? Nickelodeon. And then like
now under Paramount Plus.
Yeah, I know, for real.
That's
now
pretty much
84 episodes of SpongeBob. Yay!
And the Patrick Star Show.
The Patrick Star Show. What a bitch. Doesn't SpongeBob have like 3 spinoffs now? Isn't there like something else like Camp Coral or some shit like that?
Yep.
How? Why? What the hell? I don't get it anymore, man. I just don't fucking understand.
I don't understand like the fascination with like the first iteration of like SpongeBob, much less like the 10,000 versions that followed it.
It's
the
like
funny
Fast and
thing
Furious to me. You know,
we all grew up with Ren and Stimpy. If you think about it, if anything, it repeats Ren and Stimpy stuff. You know, because we all grew up with the earlier things. We had Beavis and Butthead and all, so we all went through this shit earlier. You know, this is just for like the younger crowd and those that finally have a chance to watch TV, I guess.
Okay, now that makes sense.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, because you could kind of say SpongeBob and Patrick are kind of like they're like the budget Ren and Stimpy. They're like the very safe Ren and Stimpy.
Oh man, they're like discount cow and chicken.
That's
Cat dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think Cat Dog was like the last edgy Nicktoon if you think about it. Like what half the shit that went on in that.
Yeah. You could always spot the friend that was going to be like a tweaker too when they were like, hey man, you ever wonder like how Cat Dog shits? And you're like, no. And then they're like, I do. And you're like, oh, okay. And that friend for sure when they grew up was like an absolute fucking junkie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on meth and shit. And you're like, that's where it started.
Uh-huh.
Like, I wouldn't have thought of that at all.
Should have seen that one coming.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. I didn't think how it shit at all. I just thought, oh, funny. It's a cat dog. Oh, man.
Oh.
You ever wonder how the cat dog takes a shit? That's the same guy who's like, you know that all the gold in the National Reserve is fake and the Jews own
It was,
and you're like, what? I thought it's fake. How do the Jews own it?
And that definitely connects too, because that always had the 4 o'clock spot.
Yeah.
Especially here in the East.
Yeah. Do you remember planning your day around like the shows that would come on? I remember like after school, Batman the Animated Series would like rerun at 2:30.
Yep.
And like that's how I knew like what time it was, and then and then summer was always cool. Well, for a little bit until like Simpsons would have like an hour block. Like they knew when kids were off, so they would just like run Simpsons for like an hour, and then Home Improvement would come on.
Which was still pretty good.
Yeah, not bad for a block. And then you knew summer was going to suck for a little bit because then you'd tune in for Simpsons and it'd go like, oh, we interrupt the Simpsons for the first inaugural game of the MLB. And I'm like, Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no. And they're like, this is game 1 of 340. And you're like, no. It's like when they do Wimbledon. And Wimbledon just like it would take up like a month and a half worth of programming on NBC, like morning, noon, and night. And you're like, how much tennis are people gonna watch? Like, damn, dude. Can't they let these people fucking rest or whatever? Crazy.
You would think, but what with all the steroid use and everything, you got to keep going as the juice keeps going. So,
Serena.
But then again, that's before they had ESPN2 and they could shove all that shit somewhere else.
That's true. There's like 6 ESPN channels now. Now there's an NFL ticket channel, which seems like a scam to me.
Really? There's an NFL ticket channel?
Yeah, but I'm like, isn't that just like a sports ticker? Like, how am I supposed to watch all that at once?
A sports who?
A sports ticker.
Oh, I heard something else. All right.
Oh, my bad.
Well, Sunday. Wow. A Sunday ticket. I think doesn't YouTube have the rights to that now? The NFL
they
Sunday
do.
tickets.
Yeah, now they do. It used to be DirecTV.
Yo,
now
that shit was kind of cool. Like, it was expensive, but like I was watching like 6 games at a time. It was amazing.
It was kind of like, it's funny because as a kid I didn't realize it. Maybe that's what predated me having like 4 different porn tabs open at once.
That's kind of what it was, having 4 tabs open at the same time, though.
Except like instead of like the Patriots versus like the Bucks, it was like me watching Bang Bus. But 4 different episodes.
Patty versus Buck, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. Hit play on each tab and then see where I'm at, depending on like what minute I'm in.
The other pastime.
I want to see who scored first.
Oh, you could get like super specific with it, but like queuing up a bunch of videos that are about the same length and shit.
Yeah, like okay, all these clips are a minute and a half, right? Now I want to see which one's gets better. I want to see which one gets good faster.
All the quality will run out before you know it. You're just too busy.
It tells a better story.
I know. Then the dialogue goes and it like stops, and you're like, oh.
It doesn't need to be in sync, damn it.
Yeah,
that's always the problem, man. Like
the audio is playing, but the picture freezes.
Yeah,
you're still using your imagination. Like, oh yeah,
I can hear it.
The sickest part too is like if you were watching and you're a kid and someone picks up the phone and they're like, "Hello," and you're like, "Oh, huh?" They can see me. Yeah,
a little Technicolor theater, if you will, if you didn't pay for it.
You're like, "Oh yeah," and the mic's on. You're on fucking Yahoo Messenger.
Mosaic pictures. Looking at art.
Looking at art. Yeah. You had to stand real far away for it to be clear. Yeah, if you stood up real quick, if you were like right at the desk, it was just a blurry nipple, and you're like, "What the fuck am I looking at?"
Hey, is that a nipple or a kneecap?
You're like, "Whoa, sick!"
Wow, Picasso had the right idea.
My favorite too is like way back when they'd be like, "This is Jennifer Love Hewitt topless," and it would just be like her face, like MS Paint cut out on some chick's body or whatever. And you were like, "Yeah, right," but then you still were like, "Yeah, but that's pretty close, I guess."
I mean, we're gonna have to work what we have here.
I know. These kids are all spoiled. Now they can just get a Twitter account and be like, "No, I look at it for news."
Or just like the fappening back in the day, where like Jennifer Lawrence said that's not her, but it's like, yeah, that's you, bitch.
Yeah. It's her at the premiere, like flashing a tit of like at like the honestly Mockingbird. What the fuck is the movies? The whatever. The crying
you
game?
mean the Hunger Games?
The crying game. What the fuck? That's a movie about a trans lady.
Or
the
man.
Hunger Games.
You don't know.
That's true. Maybe is it a chick with a dick or is it
Hey, all you Ray Finkles of the world, this one's for you.
Yeah.
Lisa's out.
Finkel and Einhorn for the end of Pride Month. Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god, that movie's still funny to this day. I mean, like I don't care. Like I just
that ending is funnier now.
No, yeah, you know, especially now.
Yeah. Now,
that's right. Roger Pedantner is dead.
Now I laugh harder I'm like,
They found Captain Winky.
Yeah. Or the worst case of hemorrhoids I've ever seen.
Ever seen?
Throwing up.
Even the dolphin did too.
Scratching their tongue.
Oh, all the cops, every one of them.
Hey, Ace, you got any more of that gum?
Oh God, yeah. I'd appreciate you saying my personal business. Like when he fights the bird at the end.
Right. Oh, well, it's the Philadelphia Eagles mascot. Like, you know, he beat the shit out of Swoop.
Oh, Swoop. Sounds like a gangbanger's name, Swoop.
He's from the right city.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just like anything. I'm like, when he found out Einhorn was Finkel and then he went through that whole fucking existential crisis.
Oh, yeah.
Like, people get a
shower.
Yes. People get offended by that shit. I was like,
and then he's got the plunger on his mouth, and he's like, trying to get the fucking vomit out.
He's like, no.
Yeah, he's crying. Oh. Man, what a fucking great movie.
Yes.
And then it's funny because the sequel's equally as funny, but it has like nothing to do with the first one whatsoever. Like, and it doesn't even have the same kind of style to it. It's like a straight up goofy ass movie.
It was even like toned down, and it was still funny.
It was like toned down, and for some reason, like more, like the jokes were more crude, right?
He came out of a rhino's ass,
right? Yeah, like
I loved every bit of that.
In comparison, that's like super innocent, but the visual of it is just like fucking super jarring.
Yeah,
like the way they did it, you're just like, oh my God, this is PG-13. This is fucking nutty right now.
The mother rhino's giving birth.
Or like when he's like jerking it in the tent and that girl comes in, he's Mr. Ventura. He's like, huh? He's like, covers himself. and he's like nutting while she's talking, and he's like,
yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yo, but the setup to all that, where they think like they lead you to think that he's fucking her.
Oh yeah, no, it's just him. Yeah, that's the saddest part.
Yeah. And then Tommy Davidson's in there too, so it's like
they're calling him White Devil and shit. And you're like,
Yes.
come on, man. That's so
Let me
good.
guess, White Devil?
Yes. How did you know? You speak what you do, whatever. What you do. Yeah.
No one messes with the do. I was like,
then he fights the guy. Yeah. Oh my gosh! Actually, if you think about it, that's probably where they stole that fight in Black Panther. Remember when they had a fight for like who was like the real Black Panther? That fight to the death or whatever. They did that in Ace Ventura.
well, yeah, they stole it from that in the Lion King. So yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. Freaking rip off.
Which, by the way, live action Disney, the shit you don't want and keeps coming.
Oh man!
You guys ready for Snow White?
Oh,
fuck! Was she gonna be Chinese or what? She better be.
I mean, she's gonna be every bit of representation along with Peter Dinklage playing all of the dwarves.
Here's the thing: Snow White,
every damn one.
Snow White better be dark as hell.
She can't be Asian because that's not a minority anymore.
No, Snow White needs to be like what was her name? Was it Fantasia Barrino, the one who won American Idol?
Here comes Snow Black. Take it away.
And just call her Snow White. Don't even change it. It should be Iggy Azalea for Snow White, talking like she usually does. That's what I want.
You know, I wouldn't mind that though.
It should be Ice-T's wife. That'd be sick.
Yeah, while we're at it, let Coco be up in there.
Yeah,
and then let Ice-T go ahead and be one of the other dwarves. Yeah, there you go.
He's grumpy. Or he's like the Prince Charming. He's like, I'm here to kiss you, bitch, or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like New Jack City.
Man, New Jack City was pretty good though.
Oh yeah, one of the best damn movies ever made.
True, that's very true. Why can't we get movies like that no more? Is it
because we didn't make any of them yet?
Yeah, is it just because everything's a fucking? Do you guys think like superhero fatigue is here? Like you think it's actually here? I know it was like a big rumor.
It's here to stay.
It feels like it's for sure here, right? Or at least like. What I would say, like cookie cutter by the numbers movies are kind of dead, right? Like
I would love for a cookie cutter by the movie. You know what I mean?
Because like Top Gun Maverick
it was a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, and ironically, just a super simple movie.
Like, I hate it that it inspired hope.
Yeah, like it turned me into like it turned me into like a post 9/11 Marco, where I was like, yeah, we're gonna fucking bomb it. Like it was, I was ready to like jump in a fighter jet and then go blow up Iraq or whatever, right? Like it just made you super patriotic, and you thought like, wait a minute, why? What the fuck?
Why?
But then a super simple movie. It's like literally the whole movie is literally just like how you blow up the Death Star, right? It's like we got to get over this canyon. And there's a little bitty box in the ground we got to blow up. And then you're like, okay. And like, that's the premise. You're like, yeah, but this shit's cool, isn't it? And you're like, yeah, it is fucking cool. And then that was it. It was like super simple, not complicated. It wasn't like Tom Cruise goes so fast in a jet that he reverses time. And now he's got to hang out with young gay Tom Cruise on the beach playing volleyball or whatever.
Young gay Tom.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And maybe that's maybe that's why. Maybe these movies are just like, it's the same shit. All these movies are the same movie.
Well, that, and plus, I mean, they're relying too much on like what sells instead of taking chances too. So
yeah,
you know, like I mean, if we don't really have to try hard for this Captain America movie that's supposed to be coming now either. So it's like,
yeah, but we're going to do it anyway.
Exactly.
You gotta be better, Senator. I can't wait to hear that for 2 hours. Oh my god.
Well, Anthony Mackie just, I don't know. Anytime he's involved with some shit, he'll always come up and tell you all this extra crap that has nothing to do with anything. I auditioned for Black Panther. I was like, yeah, so did I. So fuck off, man.
Yeah, me too.
You know,
I did too. What the fuck?
Yeah, I almost got it. They were like, we wanted a fresh representation for Black Panther. Do you know how to swim? I was like, what? Yeah, like I
the cast of Home Depot will play the role of Atlanteans.
Yeah. We got all these Dominicans to be Aquaman. Is that cool? What is it? Like, I don't know, man.
This could be a shit movie, but representation matters.
Hey, that's what I'm saying is like, what the fuck is the next Captain America movie going to be about?
Well, if anything, they're copy and pasting everything from what worked. So Winter Soldier and Civil War.
Yeah, is Bucky going to be in it? Like, what is this movie going to be? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It's just, it's weird to look at something like the Marvels and then think like, wow, even those trailers, like nothing about story, just all trying to try to tell you that you enjoy Brie Larson when you know you don't.
At all.
Yeah, they try to make her likable, and it's just like, jeez.
You know, the thing is, it's so fucking fabricated too. It's like you can pretty much tell that she ain't about any of this shit. She's not gonna apologize. She's gonna keep doing those Nissan commercials. So we're all gonna be kind of fucked anyway. You know, it's just
that's her biggest
nobody wins.
The Nissan commercials, yeah.
Oh, and that appearance in Scott Pilgrim because she wasn't nearly as annoying then. But yeah,
isn't that weird? Like
that was weird.
Yeah. Like, she was totally cool in that movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
I mean, the pre-villain vibe.
Directors matter, okay?
Directors matter. Yeah, right.
All
the good ones they get nothing but shit about. Like, they just, like, they could give a fuck about... You know, it's so sad. Like, Oppenheimer's coming out soon, right? And yeah, it looks great. It's a movie that has dialogue in it, which is kind of cool. And then like, and then fucking all anyone keeps talking about is James Gunn, which is like, dog, there's like a real movie coming out. Can the hype train just like get settled on that? Is that
man, cool? Dude, they are dick riding James Gunn to the tits, man. Because guess what? They got like the information of the new Superman movie coming. I'm like, wow, great. Here we go. They finally been casted. And they'll never get another role again because we know the Superman track record. We'll be in our 50s before they even make a sequel to that movie that's coming.
Oh, yeah. That's even if this fucking movie makes it past this like strike that they were like, it's only going to last a week and it's been a month.
That's a lie.
You know?
You guys have no idea how annoying it's been to walk past Sony Studios because my job is literally right around the corner from it.
Oh, yeah.
Watching these assholes.
Yeah.
Like, yo, it's not even a strike. It's basically like
a love fest.
It's a hangout. Like they're all just fucking
yeah, it's like the Occupy Wall Street thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, everything that was a complete
like low key drinking.
Oh yeah, for sure. Low key getting a little turnt, right? They're like twisting a blunt and just kicking it.
Yeah. A bunch of them are going into the shop like, hey man, give me a solid eighth right now.
Yeah. They're like, dude, I couldn't even believe like nobody wants this Chelsea Handler sitcom. I mean, come on. It's like
Chelsea Handler sitcom,
and you're like, yeah, dude. Maybe go write a suicide note. You know, get out of here, scram.
I mean, that whole thing with the writers is just like the romantic part of the struggle is livable wages. But I sat there and thought about it. I was like, the motherfuckers ain't doing shit. I was like looking at him. I was like,
6-figure income. What do you complain about?
Yeah, you got a 6-figure income for literally just for where most of your bread and butter, because I know will come from writing pilots that never air
at all.
Yeah. Like,
but they say they're so afraid of AI. I'm like, well, of course you motherfuckers use it all the time.
Yes. Yeah. If you didn't type into it,
but it actually works.
Yeah. I know. I go to ChatGPT and I go like, "Hey, tell me a story where Flash, make me a good Flash movie."
Right.
And it's like, you got it.
like I think Grammarly has one now. Isn't it like Grammarly Go, and like you can have it in different tones.
You can have it on your phone too. Yeah, you can just talk to it. I mean, the biggest sign of that too, like the sign of the times of the change of that is like there are literal like YouTube commentary channels that just feature like an AI voice and an AI script.
Well, yep, it begins.
Yeah. You know,
it begins.
I'm gonna do that shit. That's me. I'm gonna make an AI sexy creepypasta. I'm just gonna tell me a sexy story about Michael Myers, not the comedian. I don't the scary guy.
And put the picture up where
comedian.
Yeah, tell me a sexy story of Michael Myers versus Michael Myers from Halloween.
Party on Wayne, party on Garth.
I used to think Michael Myers was crazy. Now I can see his nuts. You know what I mean?
Hey, don't forget to make the AI sit on people's face at the end of every video, so I can go ahead and make all the views go.
Oh yeah. I'm waiting for like the fully digital OnlyFans character.
Ooh.
That's what I'm waiting.
Oh,
for.
that's coming.
What?
I want to send out. Here's my next move too. It's just like to swamp people with dick pictures and go like, "Nah, dude, that's AI. I didn't even do that. Someone hacked me." You know,
VTuber DDD.
Oh, that's for sure coming.
Oh yeah, I got my whole rollout. You know, it's like, oh, no, it's a deep fake. I'll show you the real thing if you want me. You know what I mean? I'll
show you if you really want.
I mean, come on, like, dude, it's not. I don't have like that kind of. I don't even have a mole like that. You know? So like, look, let me show you. Let me show you so you know I'm not lying. Like that.
Those are the angriest damn testicles you've ever seen, right?
And they got like a funny face on them. And you know what's crazy? It's like it's the flip too. I'll tell people that like I'm trans, but then I'll be like, but like my transitional surgery, it came out pretty good. You want to see it? Like that.
What surgery? You fucking.
That's what I'm saying. But no one knows. I'll be like, they can do miracles now. It looks fucking good. You want to see it? People go, yeah. I'm like, all right.
There you go, gender fluid tuck.
Yeah. Next, I'll be reading to kids in libraries.
That's it.
Wearing dragon horns and RuPaul makeup.
Everything that Chastity Bono wishes she was.
Chastity Bono.
Well, Chad Bono now.
Oh, yeah. Chuck. Calling her Chuck down at the bar. Hey, it's Chuck. It's Pat.
His body's killing him now. So, unless he takes like certain medicines.
That body's kicking. Speaking of bodies killing him, you guys hear about Madonna?
What about her?
Wait, what happened?
She's got a quote-unquote bacterial infection.
Oh, so I can't do those Battlefield Earth references anymore?
I mean, you can, yeah.
I mean, it's amazing what can take to make a compromise, right?
You know what's compromised? Madonna's immune system. You know what I mean?
Squades?
She's got swaggy AIDS. They call it swades. You know what I mean?
I mean, after all that humping and pumping she's been doing over the years, something's got to give.
You know what's sad, too, is remember she, like, spit in Drake's mouth?
Yeah.
Oof. You better watch out, baby. You better get tested.
I mean, it's no different than, like, her interview on David Letterman, so.
Yeah, first name or last name infection, first name bacterial. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying right now?
Get into the groove.
I mean, like, botched surgery or dirty dick? What do you think got Madonna sick? Oh, it rhymed. Sick. I'm a natural, baby.
You're a regular J. Cole.
Yeah, I'm a regular Jehovah. Oh my gosh. There you go. Living in a bacterial world, and I am a bacterial girl. Hell yeah. She's got AIDS.
Yo, this is a bop.
Isn't it? Ariana Grande, who? You know?
Seriously, who's that bitch?
Yeah. Singing God is a woman. Well, that's convenient. I'm a fucking atheist. I don't believe in none of that shit. You know what I mean?
I don't believe in God or women.
I don't believe in Ariana Grande at all. I don't think it's even real. Ariana Grande has the face of like one of those AI assistants like they used to have on those Galaxies. Remember that? That Samsung AI character? That's what she looks like. Real person. That's crazy. You know what's funny is all these ladies who get plastic surgery like Madonna, they end up looking like just an old cat. All those bad fucking cheek implants that they get, they look like fucking weirdos. Yeah. Bacterial infection.
I've had a couple of those in my lifetime.
I had one very specific one. I won't get into it, you know. But,
I gotta hear about this.
I got it at summer camp. You know, one time at band camp, I got a bacterial infection.
All right, first of all, you're Mexican, so you don't go to summer camp.
No, I don't. No, no. Summer camp for a Mexican kid is just mowing lawns all summer. Yours.
Yeah, or chilling at grandma's house.
Yeah, that's summer camp. Grandma goes, go outside.
Say where I can see you.
Yeah. I'm going to watch my novelas. Sit right there. You know? And you wander
That was
out
summer
a little
camp.
far.
That
That
was
was summer camp. Yeah.
You got thirsty?
Yeah, there's the... Yeah. I've been there. All the hoses right there. You get all the water you want. Yeah.
All you can drink.
Yeah. You're getting sick. You're like, oh. Now I know how Madonna feels. Just like you got rust and fucking, shit toilet water in the hose. I like how there's a generation that was like, I drank from the hose and that turned out just fine. And they're like, that's the generation that thinks like there's nothing wrong with Joe Biden. You know what I mean? And you're like,
think the world is flat.
Yeah, they think the world is flat. Some of them think the world is flat. Some of them think that Joe Biden is totally fine, right? Some of them think that like Hunter Biden's laptop is not a big deal. No. Okay. And then some of them think that like you should put your kid on puberty blockers and cut his cock off. If he talks with a lisp, like, and then like I drank from the hose, that turned out just fine.
OJ didn't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh wow, it's amazing. Whereas that whole thing with Madonna was going on, it must have booted me out of her snatch, so I didn't catch anything. But what about OJ being back?
See.
Oh man, OJ did nothing wrong, is what we're saying.
Well, no. I mean,
not once ever.
He didn't do anything wrong in the particular case we're thinking of, but he did lose the civil suit.
Yeah. He did steal his memorabilia. That he did do, right?
Oh yeah, that's totally him.
Fucking idiot! What a fucking idiot!
I mean, he ain't exactly the smartest guy, after writing that damn book and everything.
What a fucking idiot.
What was it called? I didn't do it.
But if I didn't
do it. That's
what was that OJ book called? Yeah,
if I did do it.
Yeah, it was called If I Did Do It.
He basically like outed himself, right?
That's like the Jeffrey Epstein book called like If I Had Killed Myself, Here's How I Wouldn't Have Done It.
No.
It's like, what?
But since he can never be tried for that again, I figure, hey, go ahead, go for it. I mean, you stupid motherfucker, but go ahead.
That fool, man. Talk about whatever deal with the devil he made, it fucking worked. Like,
yeah.
Damn, dog.
I mean, carving up that white meat.
Yeah. I can't even like whatever fucking evil forces he prayed to, they were listening that day, boy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what.
I mean, he had to go. That was like the perfect flying V, though. Those cops did, though, chasing him.
Yeah. You know, that chase could have ended cooler. I mean, I feel like it would have been cool if he gotten off scot-free, but like he crashed real fucking crazy. That would have been sick.
Yeah.
Right? Like something to justify it where
poetic.
like, he would have showed up in court like mangled, you know, like missing an arm or some shit like that. But like got off, whatever, you know?
I mean, he sure showed he was innocent that whole time.
Yeah, he was like, oh, he's calling somebody on the phone, like the lady who killed Selena.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a nice guy. I'm a good man. I didn't do anything wrong.
Award-winning acting. That shit.
Oh, the end of Selena. He's like, "Hey, Sadie, oh my gosh, fool!"
Got the gun there and everything. Like, bitch, you're not gonna pull it.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it.
Wow.
I do purpose.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm tripping out here. Yeah.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, no Mexican person ever says that shit out loud.
You know, for years
Imagine
I always
accent. Let me do it in the accent. I'm going to kill myself. That doesn't even sound right. And that's like a cartoonish, like Speedy Gonzalez type accent. That's not even like the East Los, like, I think I'm gonna fucking kill myself. See, that doesn't even sound right. I can't even get through it.
For years, I always wonder what it would be like from the Latin side of things. Now I know.
Yeah.
No. Suicide doesn't exist over here.
No, you can't even get to that point of the conversation because you get called a pendejo if you do that. You go, Mom, I'm just like, I don't know. I've just been like, I don't know, and like,
I'm not feeling myself.
Yeah, I just like been having these bad thoughts. She goes, pendejo, I have bad thoughts all the time, like that. They just like blow it off, and you're like, okay.
They try to one up you every time.
Yeah. Yeah, your dad cheated on me. How many times do you think I have bad thoughts? You're like, damn, all right, okay.
Okay, my life isn't that bad then. Damn, all right.
Learning about like family secrets that you had no idea about.
Oh my god, dude! Mexican families can hold on to a secret.
Yo,
man, and they'll just drop it one day, like when grandma gets old and tired of it. Like, I have a family member who found out her dad wasn't the dad of her sisters, right? So her dad was a different fool. She found that out when she was like 38. Because grandma just one day went, "No, did I ever tell you that your dad is a different guy?" And she was like, "What?"
Got tired of holding the secret.
Oh yeah, no. She's like, "Oh look, bitch, I'm 60. I'm kind of shitting on myself a little bit here, and like I'm peeing when I walk too fast." I'm trying to hold in my bowels. I'm not trying to fucking hold in no more secrets.
Doing stuff out of spite.
Yeah, like, is it out of spite or just like you're tired of it? Like you're tired of living the lie. You know what I mean?
It depends on the family.
Right? Oh yeah, and the person too.
Yeah, It's a mix. And it's funny.
You ain't shit just like whoever your father is.
There you go. Yeah. You ain't shit just like your daddy. And you're like, I haven't even met my dad. How do I even know that? Like, well, trust me. You're like, I mean,
I don't know how
you're not that great either. You know what I mean? So, like, maybe I get it from you too. I don't know, man. It's just fucking.
I mean, you married him, so what does it say about you?
I mean, like, you let him fuck you, so I don't know what that means about you, but I mean, I'm here now,
Good Lord, where is Maury now, and who's gonna pick up the slack for all of that?
Yeah.
All 10 of them dudes weren't the father, were they? You
Maury. I mean, it's crazy how like surprising news can make any man do a backflip. I learned that from watching Maury too. Like, damn, I can't do that, can I? Maybe I need some crazy news, like. You do.
Yes.
Crazy news do that to anybody.
Yeah, crazy news will make you down. I'm backflip right now.
I mean, especially when you on national television, all your business out there.
Oh yeah.
That's like the best news.
Yeah,
I know I didn't fuck you raw, bitch.
And then you know that's funny is that fool's living his life doing the math too. Like he's living his life like, nah, no way. Like, you know, he's sitting there doing like fucking calculus, figuring out the time, day. He's doing astronomy and shit.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, anytime I hear stories like that, I always I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
Oh no, go for it. What are you saying?
Anytime I hear stories like that, I always think of Faison Love from Don't Be a Menace.
Absolutely.
Where he was like standing right there.
Yes.
And he looked at the watch and he's like, woo!
Yeah, oh, I gotta go. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes, sucker. I mean, brother.
Like, yeah. Like, this is what we need right here. Watch, we need more of this. Here we go. A little Jerry Springer highlight for you.
Oh, no good comes from that music. But anyway.
Oh, no.
The Flash.
John, I understand you have a confession to make.
That's right, Jerry. I have something to tell the girl I love.
All right, let's bring out Tracy.
Real quick. Do you guys remember the Jerry Springer Too Hot for TV videos?
Yeah, they were hilarious.
I don't know why, but I just remember at one point in my life, I had them. I don't even know who bought them. Like one day they just, I was like a kid, and one day they just popped up like in front of the VCR one day. Can't even explain it. I have no idea how the fuck I ever.
Tracy, you know I love you so much. But I have a confession to make. I'm black.
You're what? John, how come you didn't tell me you were black, you lying son of a bitch? You know how much I hate Nick. My family hates Nick. Oh, I'm disgusted.
You didn't see that he was black?
Jerry, I never even noticed. I was so totally in love.
I'm sure it's pretty stupid, but not half as stupid as racism.
Oh.
I mean, for that very special episode, it makes you think how blissfully unaware people are. So he was sheathing, wasn't
right?
he?
Yeah.
Was he sheathing? He might as well have been. Because how in the hell is she not going to know, like, what dick is in her? But then again... I
like the little PSA, like the PSA ending, too. It's like, I know this is a little stupid, but it's not as stupid as racism. I didn't need that part. You could have been like, you could have just ended the show right there. They could have started fighting each other. You know?
Yeah. I mean, she had to have known.
I mean, obviously she walked up and looked at him with her fucking eyes. I mean, she ain't blind.
Yeah. I mean, after all, he just has a year-round tan. That's the way to go about it. Yeah.
I don't know what gave it away. The credit score? I'm just kidding.
Well, actually, is he really black or is he a 23andMe black? You know, how, like some people say, you get a little bit in you and you're in the club.
Yeah,
you know?
is he?
Hey, man, I got 5%. So
yeah, that's true. I'm a little melanated. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'd like to think that both of you motherfuckers are, but I'm talking about people that have problems.
No. He's more like Joe Budden black. You know, where like
see that doesn't count because last we checked, you didn't know who the hell he was.
Yeah, I think he was like 23% Caucasian. It was like beyond just like a fraction of a percentage. It was like,
well, didn't he say something like he was now officially part of LGBTQ or some bullshit? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Probably
that man trying to pass for everything ever since the two people running the show left.
Yeah, I think ever since Joe Budden tried to start a network and fucking fumbled that bag out the gate by calling one of the ladies he hired a bitch on air.
Yeah,
like, fucking what an idiot. You know, then he'll be like, "Oh, it's my mental health. I say things I'm trying to make light of the situation." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
No, motherfucker, that's you. That's been you ever since that first album came out. You self-sabotaging son of a bitch. You know? I mean, it's the truth.
That's true. Yeah. You know what's crazy is did you guys hear that Peter Davidson? He's in rehab again, or a mental health facility or something.
That didn't take long. What happened?
I don't know. I heard the news and he was like,
was it Rise of the Beast? His reviews? He actually read them.
Ironically, people were like, Pete Davidson's pretty good as Mirage. It's like the reverse. I didn't expect that at all. I was like, oh, this wasn't really annoying. It was okay. You know, like
all you gotta do is talk. That's it.
I know, true. And then like I don't know. I think he's something about his dad and 9/11 and
Really?
Well, because his dad was a firefighter.
Once again, really? Okay, cool.
I guess. I mean, like,
Oh, yeah?
I don't want to say I don't believe it, but there also was another comedian that said he was in, like, the World Trade Center when it got hit by a plane, and they found out he was lying 10 years later. So,
see, once again, people need to quit doing that stuff. There was one time a woman that did a whole fraud scandal at one time, saying that she was there trying to help people and all that stuff, but apparently she wasn't even in New York at the time.
Oh yeah.
So like, I don't know why people even try to go for that sympathy reach. I mean, next thing you know, you're going to say you were on the damn sub that went down. It wasn't even a submarine. As far as we know, it's just a rickety piece of shit somebody made.
I got no right calling it a fucking sub. Get out.
Yeah. No, the Alvin was a sub, okay? That's not a sub.
Yeah.
Like, everybody was sitting there for the track. Go on.
No, I just they
make anything a tragedy.
White people will literally talk you into bullshit. Like like
yeah, they will.
Everybody on there paid $250,000 to sit in a fucking like fake submarine,
And like, out of fucking parts that they picked up Home Depot and shit.
Yeah, loads off the clearance rack.
Yes.
Like, I can't even understand, man. Like, what the actual fuck, dude? And it's kind of crazy because you saw how they pulled out. Like, did you guys see the pictures of the wreckage that they pulled out? Supposedly. And then like they said,
"Oh shit, no, I didn't."
Yeah, so supposedly they won't show any up close pictures, probably out of respect, but supposedly they said there are like human remains attached to some of it.
I believe it.
Yeah, which and then the whole like,
it's got to be a Reddit thread somewhere.
Oh, I'm pretty sure, dog. I'm pretty sure you find some fucking website that's I'm for sure gonna have like the pictures of the thing. I mean, isn't it funny? They'll have the inside pictures of the fucking Kobe Bryant helicopter, right? But they won't fucking have the pictures of the submarine, which is
gonna sound weirder, but I could probably find it on Pornhub.
Ironically, you could probably find it on X Hamster.
Yeah.
Where you go for all the real unfiltered videos for the news.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like you couldn't even talk me into getting into a real submarine, let alone some fucking concocted bullshit you made up out of like carbon fiber and an Xbox controller. Like that is fucking phenomenal that someone goes, oh yeah.
It wasn't even an authentic controller. It was a third party one.
Yeah, it was a Mad Catz or some shit like that. It was like,
actually, it was a Logitech, but it's still pretty fucking bad.
Like, whoa, is that one of them turbo buttons? Yo, is the controller clear so I can see the circuits in it? Like that. It was like one of those real bad off-brand N64. That'd have been sicker if he pulled out an N64 controller. And was like,
hey,
I got this.
I'd be
like, what the fuck?
A little sympathetic if it was.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, you all want to help me convert my water heater into like some def tank that we can take down there at 10,000 feet below?
I'd have felt more safe in like a metal ball than that fucking thing, And then they're saying that like they didn't get longer than like an hour in, it fucking imploded. Hopefully it was quick.
Dude, I'd have felt more safer driving a car with no fucking like seatbelt.
I'd have felt safer fucking Madonna right now than being in that submarine.
Honestly, yeah.
Like
so many ways to explode and implode, yeah.
Yeah. I don't even like what the fuck? And then like
to be perfectly honest with you, I would pork Madonna anytime. But anyway, go on.
Damn, just for the clout. Oh damn! I mean, I'm coming out of left field with that one, and woo! I got to step outside, look at the moon, just kind of breathe. You think you know?
I mean, get a little grand slam in there,
Yeah. Then look at yourself.
Final tour, fucking.
You look at yourself in the mirror and then you like kind of like look away real slow, like.
I mean, all I had to do was think of her from Dick Tracy. I ain't got to worry about the way she is now. But go on.
Dick Tracy. And I don't know, man. Like, I just, it's sad. I think it's, but the fucking guy who owns the company, apparently, what they're finding out from interviews is like he's a fucking idiot.
Well, yes, and somehow he was able to con them into doing that.
Like, think about this. Like, if he can create some random fucking funny ass story for people to buy into to go on this voyage, these fucking striking writers should be able to come up with like whatever story to get whatever money from people. Because I'm thinking like, how did he find billions of dollars to start this fucking company?
I think we're employing the wrong people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then of course one of his like greatest heroes, he was like, I fancy myself more like a Captain Kirk. I'm like, oh.
I guess so, because the Romulans just came and blew the fuck out of.
I was gonna say like most of those.
No way he said that.
Yes, he's like, I think Captain Kirk was my hero for the way he was. The ocean is the final frontier for man. I'm like, dog, it's harder to get to the bottom of the sea than it is to get to fucking space, allegedly.
And we polluted them both.
Not even allegedly. We can't even say that.
Also, yeah, here's the thing too. If you're like one of those like don't believe in the moon landing, now you kind of have to like really look at that again, because they want you to like there's a story about the astronaut farmer. You guys hear that story where a guy built his own rocket ship?
No.
They even made a movie about it.
Oh, you mean October Sky?
With like Matthew McConaughey and fucking Billy Bob Thornton or some shit like that, right?
Wow, okay.
So that guy can make a rocket, but this fool can't make a submarine, right? And then, like, I don't understand it. And then supposedly he was saying shit like legitimately unverified, saying, "Oh, Boeing helped us develop this submersible, and like we built it at a NASA facility."
Boeing,
really?
Yeah. Like they're taking time out of their fucking day to sit there and think like, we make airplanes, but can we make a submarine?
And man, that's a headache.
Yeah, dude. Like, good Lord Almighty, fucking nuts. But
I mean, I'm not gonna say that engineering is a bad thing. It's a good thing, but not like that.
I mean, he was obviously a bullshit artist,
No.
And supposedly his wife is a descendant of somebody who was on the Titanic, and that's been his facet. Yeah.
Well, that's one old bitch.
Yeah, I know. His wife's a ghoul, and
well, according with this society standards, love wins.
Yeah, and also the Titanic is cool, right? Like, and this is the other thing. I know this might sound fucking like narrow-minded, but
considering it's SOTA, but go ahead.
Yeah, right. They're like, oh, it's impossible to get to the Titanic. It's so fucking hard. Like, no one's ever been down there. You hear all this shit. And I'm thinking, like, I saw pictures of the Titanic in history books when I was like in middle school.
Right.
So I'm thinking, like, no, it's not. Like, obviously it's not. Then you'll see like Discovery Channel documentaries growing up where they're like, we're going to go see the Titanic and tune in at whatever time on Friday for some expedition to see the wreckage. And I'm thinking like, okay, well, there's like 15 people in that fucking submersible.
Yeah. I mean, like the most famous one is when the Alvin did like a whole tour of the wreckage of the Titanic, and it had that small sub with it. And yeah, but you see, that was an actual submarine though. That was commissioned by the Navy and everything. So.
Yeah. I mean, fucking James Cameron went down there.
Well, of course he did. He went everywhere, apparently. That motherfucker even thinks he's in 3 Shades of Time.
Yeah, I know. I went down, and then like they're asking James Cameron his opinion on the submersible. I'm like, dog, he's a fucking director, man. Like,
I mean, yeah.
He has the right amount of money and the right amount of connections. That's all.
Yeah.
But
especially when he
build it himself. He let other people do it, which is like the smart thing.
The
Steve Jobs thing. He was like, I'm not responsible.
I mean, hell, if you ask him where he lives, he'll say Pandora.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He'd be like, I live in the space-time between Transformers, Terminator 1 and 2.
You got to go to the theater more often. I was like, fuck off, James Cameron.
Wow.
Right.
I ain't got to do shit.
It's
Did you guys even
hilarious.
see Avatar 2?
Yeah, it was okay, but you can see he's pretty much trying to make a sci-fi version of The Last Airbender, though. Now they all got different tribes.
Like, literally. Outside of you, Jay, I don't even know anybody who's seen that fucking movie. You know? But supposedly it made $1 trillion or whatever from... I don't know where.
So who's cooking the books? That's the question.
Know.
You know,
that's what I'm saying. Like, dog, if Spider-Verse only made 500 million, but it made $1 billion last time, I highly fucking doubt Avatar 2, which is the sequel that came out fucking 10 years later, can pull in a crowd to make people go like, "Oh yeah, it made me $2 billion." You're right.
This is a lot of James. This is a lot of James Cameron's ego, if anything.
He's like, if you adjust for inflation, it is $1 billion.
Still cooking the books, man. You lying son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Like how Disney shows will say, yeah, Disney Plus is successful. Our movies are right here hitting the mark. Along with that Stan Lee documentary we did.
Hitting the mark. Aren't they like mass firing people right now?
You sure are.
Damn. I wonder how they can get any writers to write Mickey Mouse Club episodes. It's gonna be hard.
You know, now that I think about it, since you guys, like, I get a lot of my intel from the West, especially from you guys. Yeah, those guys are hanging out and having a good time. I look at the guys here in the East, like,
what happened?
Yeah, you motherfuckers are just enjoying your latte hins.
Hold on, let me check.
Yeah. I don't get it.
There it is. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I can't understand. Like, the writer strikes are funny because your only job is to come up with words
and organize them in a fashion that makes sense.
Yeah, just to go like, okay. And most of these writers are like TV writers, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because like the directors have their script writers that they like working with, or there's like just a handful that they go to because they're contracted or whatever. So maybe it's just a sign too that like there's too much content being made and these companies can't keep fucking budgeting them out, dude. Like some of these streaming apps are launching like 4 shows a month and you're like, who the fuck is paying for all this shit?
Very true.
You know? Like, damn. And then a friend of ours, me and my wife's like, he works for Netflix and he's like afraid he's going to lose his fucking job because they're downsizing like fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And he's on the tech side of it. He's like running the servers to store the shows and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like letting go of people like that, which is like, what? Don't you need those people? Like, it's Netflix, not a Blockbuster. So, like, don't you need all your tech guys?
You would think, but you know, even tech is getting kind of downsized all over the place. Like,
I bet you AI
and I'm not
is
just
do it now.
No, I mean, you do need like people to maintain that stuff. I totally agree with you on it, but like, I think like, what is it like? Isn't Facebook like getting rid of a bunch of people in addition to Twitter too?
Yeah.
Because of like, they figure, hey, guess what? We can go ahead and just cut this shit in half. We got machines and all sorts of things doing stuff now.
Yeah. It's funny too, because now tech is going to just be like, you're right. Like there's going to be like an AI running a server, but above that, it's going to be like the guy who operates like the Ferris wheel at the fair. You know, just going to be a guy who goes, oh, let me turn it off. You know what I mean? Like that's really going to be that guy's job. It's just like crank it on, crank it off. That's kind of crazy to think about. That's a sad reality that we're going to be in. And then I don't know what fucking idiot was the first one to be like, we should let the AI take a swing at this script. Fucking stupid. Man.
So one of those people who flew too close to the sun, arrogant as fuck, and decided to share it with everybody.
Yeah. It's gonna have to have been like, you know, it's gonna have to be one of these places that was trying to dump a bunch of content. And ironically, it would be like the Paramount Pluses of the world that are trying to catch up late, so they're just like trying to make shit. You know, so they're like, oh, you know, call me an idiot, but like, I wouldn't even know where to plug in the information for there to be an AI written script, or is it the AI writing the treatment? You know,
well, you know, kind of like if you go to like Chat GPT, like how we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And you just go ahead and put the scenario in there and say, hey, organize this. It'll probably structure it like a script and all that.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, it's just, once again, I always say this, like, if you're just going to go one way of doing things, you're already crippling yourself to be a part of that stuff. Like, this is a society that's overwhelmed by choice, got too many damn things to use and do, lots of useless information. And now they're worried about AI, even though they built AI. So,
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
no
big
user
fact.
responsibility,
Yeah, I think that's a huge fact. That's a huge like factor in all that too. Like, there's no fucking way you can even undo that. That damage is kind of done, and the only way you're gonna like undo the AI taking over those jobs is like you just have to stop using it.
That's it.
Like, I understand having an AI write a fucking commercial. Like, I don't think you need a commercial writer to be like, oh, the Colgate. Oh, like, I better brush my teeth and scrub my ass. And it's like, I don't need that to be written by nobody.
Right. But I think it's a lot of tones, though, right? Tones, personality, and all that stuff. I think that's one of the things that's missing. I mean, it'll get done quick, but much like any news report, if it's done quick, there's probably no substance to it. If it's like a report that's actually made, there might be some validity to it. You see what I'm saying? Like Puff Post versus, Yeah,
I get you. Because that's the thing, too, is like a human brain can do actual journalism. A human brain would be able to be a journalist during the Watergate investigation, right? But like, an AI wouldn't. Like, an AI wouldn't sit there and go, wait a minute. Now I get it. Nixon was afraid of blah, blah, blah. Or like, there would have been no, the AI will never know how to do journalism on the Hunter Biden laptop cover up. Does that make sense? Like,
totally does.
Because it'll just go, oh, there was pictures on it. What's the big deal? Like, it doesn't do any of that. It just like, write me a thing about Joe Biden having a great weekend. You know what I mean? And, and it just writes that shit.
Yeah. Like, a long time ago, commercials used to be fun. You know what I mean? A long time ago. But like, you get some funny ones now and again. But like Progressive, that stuff's funny. But back in the day, like, you had cereal commercials that had actual like short stories in it and all that kind of stuff. That stuff's gone now. Everything's all about the almighty dollar.
Which is funny too, because maybe that blandness, that lack of tone and character and like finessed, personal touch to a script could also be why a lot of the movies now just kind of feel generic. Like, they feel the same.
And you can't really remember what you watched.
At all. No.
I thought that was just me.
No, like...
No, it's a real thing.
Yeah, I wonder how much of that is legitimately like your brain knows that there's conversations happening, but there's no like impact to the format of words, right? So it's like, it's why like if you try to learn Japanese, it's hard to really wrap your brain around it too, because not only is it a new language and a new way of speaking, but words don't have like the same weight. Like, they're just trying to get through the word to describe something, but it doesn't have like, English, and they call it like the love languages, have a lot of like emphasis on words, right? So I think it's like French and Spanish and English and German, I think, or something like that, right?
Right.
Where like there's a real like passionate emphasis on parts of speech, accents, tone. It's why you can say like a word in Spanish, and the way you say it, it can mean something completely different. Same in English.
That's right.
Like if I go, you fucker, right? But if I go, you fucker, like that, like I'm trying to be sexy or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the AI won't know that.
At all. And if anything, it'll probably spell it incorrectly, because AI, once again, is programmed by people who are flawed.
Yeah. The cool thing is, like, I would just get AI to write like porn scripts.
Yeah, you could.
That's what I would.
You really could.
I'd cut out those writers.
That's all we really need them for.
Yeah. Today, this episode on Brazzers. Type in, start typing away.
But the way things are going, I wouldn't be surprised.
Just typing away. Okay.
Brazzers on the Bravo network.
Yeah. And then someone's like, the mainframe is overloaded. Someone's like writing mad porn scenarios, or the computer just starts getting like way too into writing a scene. You know, it turns out more like a romance novel than a porn.
Well, you know, there's really no difference. One time I took the time to read one of them old romance novels, right? You know what I mean?
How was it?
It was good. Nice and smutty.
They used to sell them shits at the exit lines at like fucking grocery stores. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And every woman would be like, oh, how gross. And you're like, yeah, right. If you all thought it was gross, we wouldn't be fucking putting these shits right here by the fucking candy aisle. Fucking liars.
That's when you know, yeah, that bitch lying. She like him.
She's like, ooh, Fabio, I think he's gay. And she's like tucking the book in her purse.
Good versus evil. Comic books make it look so easy. One guy wants to destroy the world, another wants to save it. The bad guy has a scar and is cruel to his girlfriend. The good guy has a jawline that could cut glass and gives half his dinner to the stray dog in the alley.
That's an ugly motherfucker.
Real life is more complex.
It's like
Sometimes
Mac tonight.
the bad guy is hiding a heart of gold under that scarred exterior. Sometimes they both have a nice jawline, and you often don't know what you've signed on for until it's too late.
Ooh.
Except
what
when
is
you're
with
invited
this
to
bitch
work
and
for
jawlines?
I know.
Then it's fairly clear what you're in for.
A jawline.
The offer has come over coffee with my friend Jonathan on a pleasant patio where palms overhead filter Santa Monica's bright morning sun.
Ooh, sweet.
Is Replicate AI reading this?
Yeah.
Before you
Alexa's
say no,
reading it.
he adds.
Watch anyone
Which is
listening. There we go. Hey, Alexa, read me one of them porn books. Anyone's listening to this out loud? Sick.
The sort of suggestion you'd expect from Satan's head of personnel.
Oh.
I should clarify that Hayes,
Well, it totally called you on that.
Jonathan's boss, isn't technically Satan, as in he does not rule the underworld or have horns.
He is horny, though.
While he might own a pitchfork,
Get the point?
assume based on those custom Tom Ford suits he wears that he has a guy for all his pitchfork-related needs.
Like that?
And Satan is my nickname for him, not Jonathan's. But still an apt one.
Who the fuck is
First,
Jonathan?
because he's a
Yeah.
plastic surgeon to the stars. Which is
And is his jawline nice? That's the only two questions I got. You know?
Lot of hard up heavyweights in this story.
of
Oh, yeah.
Satan, or Satan for some
Fucking
reason.
listening to the AI
unpracticed
talk
law.
is basically the same as listening to like a real woman talk.
I know. I'm just like, it's like me going,
Because he's
uh-huh.
British.
Oh, really?
It's common
Oh,
knowledge.
That's
wow.
that an
crazy.
extra small
Damn, that's
British
crazy.
male who is not
You let her
James
say that
Bond
to you?
is a bad guy.
Wow.
So
Dang,
I
that's
This is
crazy.
nice, but
based on Jane Austen
Wow.
this is
novels
nice,
and
but where
the
can I
one James
park?
Bond movie
Yeah.
watched.
Oh,
And
cool.
finally,
Okay. Oh, and your mom
Because
called
he's
you.
perfect,
Oh.
which points to some kind of
Oh, yeah, I
magic
remember that.
work.
Oh, she
Too
did? Really?
tall,
Again?
Too fit,
No way.
square jawed
Are you
and
serious?
dark-eyed and lush
Wow,
mouthed.
no,
that's
in a way
fucking
that makes him a
crazy.
danger to
I know.
others.
Shh, I'm so sorry about that.
Just ask all these poor actresses he takes out
Ah,
once or twice,
man.
leaving them behind to post
So you down to watch
sad
some
pics
Grace and Frankie?
and vague
I know.
quotes about
So, you
loneliness
gonna
on
suck my
Instagram.
cock or what? I'm just kidding.
I can't guarantee they're about him, but
I got a nice
HBO
jawline.
enough to inspire plenty.
SMC. Not
Yeah.
talking about the school.
Yeah.
of pity in his wake.
Oh, okay. You
Not
like that?
that
You
it's a
just go,
problem for me.
oh, yeah. Okay, you
My
did what for Pride?
superpower, acquired over the
yeah,
course
yeah,
of this
okay.
very difficult
Oh,
year,
yeah, right.
is that I'm
Oh,
immune
yeah,
to
you know, yeah.
beautiful
Trans
men.
You did
women are
what
real
for the
women.
dookie?
My sister
Yeah,
gets
yeah,
broken,
yeah.
not immune.
Sticking up her what?
But she's been with the
Oh,
same
and
guy
she can
since
get
she
the.
was 14.
Oh, okay.
So
Cool.
what does she know?
Yeah. Oh,
What
the
would I
new
be
Taylor
doing?
Swift song?
I
Yeah.
ask, leaning back in
Uh-huh.
the seat.
Is the
Yes.
AI having an
Yes.
existential crisis or what?
Given my
Oh, you know, I think
financial
Taylor Swift,
situation,
she's really
I'm not
evolved
in
as
the
an artist
position to
too.
say
Yeah.
no to
Uh-huh.
much at present.
Uh-huh.
I assume
Yes.
since it's Hayes.
Oh,
we're
yeah, I heard
discussing,
about the tour.
it must
Yeah,
involve some
okay.
human trafficking.
Yeah,
or
Taylor Swift. Yeah,
heroin.
yeah. Yeah, I like that song that she
laughs,
did.
leaning back in
What
his
was it?
chair.
Scarring my man,
Yeah.
she said.
Party in the USA. Is that the
Nothing
one? Oh,
quite
that was
that
Miley
bad.
Cyrus. Oh,
I want you to
She was the one that
remember
wrote
while Jason and I are in
Summertime
the
Sadness, right?
yeah. That's the one who
Ooh.
was on that
Coffee down
Megan Thee
with that.
Stallion song, right?
The hunt for Jonathan's
Oh, it was Dua
temporary
Lipa.
replacement began months ago.
Man, I'm out of
The
it.
second he and Jason got the heads up, their
Yeah.
adoption
Oh,
was
Ice
through.
Spice. That's right. Yeah, because her husband's racist, so they tried to fix that by
I
getting
thought
her
he
a song
found
with Ice
someone.
Spice. That's cool.
He shakes his head.
I think that's great.
It wasn't a good fit.
So,
Which I
you're
assume
clean,
is code
right?
for Hayes is being an asshole.
I don't want to
Or
like Madonna.
Hayes
you know?
slept with her
Sick
during
and
the
shit.
interview. Though Jonathan's never said a bad word about his boss.
Here comes Jonathan again.
Yeah. Oh, Jonathan?
Then
Right.
Lindsay
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
Demois.
Oh, Jonathan.
I know
yeah,
better.
Yeah,
He makes my
What's his last name? Archer.
Fire boy.
yeah.
Anyway, he concludes.
You know, Lana Del Rey got some nice tits.
It occurred to me I should
Don't you know,
join
huh?
you. He needs an assistant.
That's what you're thinking as she's talking? Like,
need
damn.
money.
Yeah. You're scrolling through your phone. Damn.
Jonathan deals with demands.
That's
Well, I took the time to actually look at Lana Del Rey. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to understand if Lana Del Rey has had plastic surgery or not. Has she?
The way that chin be looking.
Nah, man, it's all natural.
She's got one of them jawlines like Jonathan?
It's just strong.
Yeah, it's strong.
Just
Yeah.
like her.
Yeah. Strong woman. Yeah. Just like her. Man. You know what's crazy is like every few months they keep trying to make Billie Eilish sexy, you know? I'm not buying
Oh, yeah.
it.
What'd she do this time?
Yeah. Cause like she'll trend and then on Twitter there'll just be like a picture of her like in lingerie and I'm like, is that real? I don't know. I just keep scrolling
right, 'cause
past
she
it.
lost like weight and shit, right?
Lost weight or just took the sweater off, I guess. I mean, I don't fucking. She never looked fat. Is that what they're saying? Like, was she? Did they think she was big before?
Yeah,
They said she was fat. Yeah, because of this weather.
White bitches are a trip, man. I don't even understand, dude. That's
Telling
fucking
me.
crazy. You're telling me, man. I don't know, this white
I'm
bitch kept
learning
talking
this-
about
I'm
Jonathan.
learning
and
this
his
shit
jawline.
firsthand. Like,
Oh yeah,
shit's
yeah.
nutty.
Yeah, white girls.
Mm-hmm.
White girls are talking and going to see the Titanic in a fucking submarine and shit.
I'd be like,
Yep,
"Give
and
me
they-
the pussy."
Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking to
Romantic.
they'll talk you into that and also seeing the Notebook. I remember that shit. I'm like, I don't want to see this shit.
Yeah, but if you wanted to get some real quick, you just go, I love the Notebook. We should totally watch
The weird
Notebook.
part.
Yeah,
Girl
that-
took me watching that shit.
Yeah. The weird part
Yeah.
is too is like I kind of like that movie. You know what I mean?
I made sure I took.
I'm all crying. Oh my god, it's so good that they found each other.
This movie's so fucking dumb.
I know. I know. Yeah, right. You're telling me he found her all the way in Tennessee? I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally made sure she leave me alone while I was playing Call of Duty. I was like, no,
And then after,
you owe me
after
this
the movie,
time.
you're like, would you come find me if you still loved me? She's like,
No.
"What?" Yeah. She goes, okay,
Heavens,
good night.
no.
You're sitting there crying, you know, thinking about the one that got away. That's crazy. Isn't it funny how women can make movies about romanticizing the one that got away, but it like
Oh yeah,
if a guy told that to his
pussies.
girlfriend or whatever, and they were just like, oh yeah, that's the one that got away, you know.
She's the love of my life.
The girl be like,
Everything I
excuse
believe.
me, like that, you know. But like a girl can be like,
Go
"Oh,
with
you know."
that bitch.
Yeah. Well then, fuck
Like,
you,
bitch, if I could, I
Holmes.
would.
Yeah. She's dead. All right. Damn. What the fuck? You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
a girl could literally tell you, like, you know, I just think like some people are just kindred spirits. When she starts talking like that, it's over, dog.
The rap.
Oh my
Go
god, yeah.
Focus
Yeah,
on
it-
yourself.
It's a rapidy rap. It's a rapidy rap like a Kendrick Lamar performance. You
I mean,
it's
yeah,
Hamilton
I-
styles of like, oh, damn, cringe. You got me. Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
yeah, hon. I don't have mental health problems anymore. Don't worry about
Kendrick
that.
Lamar's wearing a costume. Oh, I gotta get the fuck out of
I'm gonna
here.
cancel my therapy session.
Yeah.
tomorrow. I'm
Oh
good.
my god, he's dressed like a fucking I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, don't feel sorry for me, hon. I mean, after all, you were over there talking about your dream, but I was talking about someone that gave me pleasure, not you.
Yeah. I was just talking like I wasn't all kindred spirits. I was more like she sucked some mean dick though. I mean, I wasn't like gonna get all my spirit and shit about it.
I mean, she was my twin flame, but I gave her
Twin
up for you.
flame. What are we, the Fantastic Four? Twin
Oh,
flame.
Dude, they throw that shit out there too, just like astrology. They'd be like,
Flame
"Oh
on."
my
Just my
god,
red thread.
yes.
Yeah. I just want to meet
Tell
my
me you've heard
two.
that one.
That was my Capricorn, and I could have had something.
What'd you say, Eric? What'd you say?
Red thread.
His thread.
Man, my thread.
My reason for being.
Well, you're my Death Stranding. How about that? You got me all fucking ready to kick the bucket and throw this baby down a mountain.
Yep, so much hope, and yet none of fulfilled. Thank you, hon.
That crazy. That's crazy, man.
The fact that Konami is still trying so hard to give us Metal Gear Solid again.
Twin
I need it though, but I need it.
Yeah.
It does look.
There's
fucking
nothing
good,
else
though.
to play, man. Everyone boycotted Call of Duty, so that's fucking gone now.
Oh, speaking of which, isn't like the whole. Hey, how come the Xbox division is going through the 5-stage of grief? Have you noticed that? Like they in the news about everything.
And it's funny. Was that a ploy right before they dropped all those like Starfield sneak peeks? Because I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? I was like,
they doing this shit like right after. That's the craziest thing. It's
they're
like,
just like,
all
you know
that
what they're
hype.
doing? They're doing the thing where like, and like you psych out a girl because like your dick is like average size. And then, but what you do, or like kind of a little under, but what you do is you underplay it like a lot. You just go like, nah, man, my shit's small. I can't even see it. I piss on my own balls.
All the time.
It looks like a fucking dog nose. It looks like a button on a fur coat. This shit's tiny, you know?
Well, part of that.
And then she sees it and she goes, oh my gosh, it's like way bigger. But like, what is way bigger, you know? Than like you making it seem like you're hung like a Chinese bus driver or whatever.
Well, part of that recession is her anyway, but go on.
The penis pump ain't really doing too much, you know what I mean?
Well, not with her fucked up, man. Anyway.
Yeah. My friend.
It's not length.
You're not lying. It is kind of surprising, you know?
Well, you see, I got a pops to dick, man. Bing!
But
I'm excited.
My friend Brian, he had this, in theory, in my mind, when he explained it, it might have worked, which was what he'd do is he'd buy like Magnum XLs and he'd leave those like out, right? But then he'd play it like real romantical, right? So he'd be like, oh, I just want the lights off, you know what I mean? Blah, 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 this and that. But what he's really slipping on is a regular sized one.
Wow.
But in her mind, though, you know, because bitches are all up in their head and shit. In their mind, she's like, ooh, I'm taking this big old thing real easy. And he's like, that's the game. And the game is like, the fuck is she going to care?
Fucking genius.
You know, he's
good man.
And in my mind, it kind of
shout out to your boy Brian.
I mean, this motherfucker, he had it down packed, and I was like, hey, that's kind of a cool idea. I get it because it's a mind game. You know what I mean? Like, so it's kind of like that magic trick where you throw the blanket up, but you like run behind the wall. It's like that, and your dog goes, "Whoa, what the fuck?" Like that. That's it. You know, and she's thinking like, I'm taking this big old thing like a champ. You know?
Oh yes.
And then you just that's something them trans men will never understand.
But then a part of her has like a kind of like a existential crisis. Like, wait a minute, if I just took that,
what else can I take?
It works so well.
Yeah.
Too well.
Yeah.
It worked too well.
Yeah. I mean, Lamont is kind of nice at the bus stop. You know what I mean? He's always so sweet to me.
Mm-hmm. Lamont ain't got no job and he ain't making a difference in his life, but you suck his dick.
Yeah.
He's not even catching the bus. He's just chilling at the bus stop.
Yeah. I heard Down syndrome guys are kind of hung. You know what I mean? Dick's retarded.
Girl, you know I don't have a bus pass and I ain't going to do nothing for your ass.
Yeah,
what do you mean going to suck my dick?
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be big if like his girlfriend keeps letting him use her debit card.
Yeah, the no money hold.
Yeah. Yo, it must be good if she lets him drive her car all day.
It's cuffing season.
Coughing season. Fuck.
Oh, man.
That's crazy, man. But yeah, that's a I thought about that. I was like, oh, that mind game could actually probably work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm kind of sad I never thought about it before.
It's kind of a genius ploy when you think about it. It's like
It really is.
Because it's like saying, okay, it's like saying, okay, like, it's like kind of like saying like Iraq did 9/11, and you're like, really? Like, yeah. Like, I thought it was like guys from Saudi Arabia, and they're like, nah, but look, man, it's all crazy over there. It's like that. You know?
Oh yeah.
In the heat of the moment, you can make people believe whatever. You know? So like,
yeah.
5 Saudi Arabian dudes hijacked a plane. What are we doing in Iraq? It doesn't matter. There's terrorists everywhere. It's like that.
Because it's Iraqi freedom, bitch.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Yeah.
You like that, don't you? Freedom.
Yeah. I'm gonna shock and awe that ass. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah, because at first it was Invasion Iraq, but you see that didn't sell too well. So we got to make it Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Oh yeah, and they bombed the shit out of Iraq. That was crazy.
Yeah, it took away from the regime and everything. So yeah, it was interesting. Destabilize another country while our own country is fucked up. That's the way.
Would you guys do? Did you guys do anything cool for Pride Month at all?
I could have threw it like y'all.
Telling people that I was bi.
Nice.
That's about it.
Yeah. I just kept looking at people go, "Hi, you're gay, dude." Like that. And they're like, "Hey, thanks."
All I know is
hey,
by the time July 1st get here come the fucking eagle and the flag. I'm proud to be America.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's coming. I was like looking at Walmart have all that stuff decked out after all the Pride stuff. I was like, look at this.
You know what's crazy is, like, you know how everyone gets all like in their conspiracy theory bag when they're like, "Oh, Valentine's Day is just a made up holiday for Hallmark Company to sell."
Hold on now. That's a real thing though.
All right, yeah.
You gotta use a different example.
how come we don't do that for like all these like celebratory months though?
Oh, you mean like U.S. national months?
Or like like how any of these like, oh, it's this history month, and you're like,
because we're not willing to turn down a day off.
That's true. But why don't we get the whole month off? Think about that shit. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well,
you know what I mean?
Where to begin with that? So like, well, there's always some shit every February though. At least for African American History Month. Always some shit.
That's always the McRib.
Garbage.
Boo. Yeah.
Like they flat out come out of the. Oh, by the way, did that actually come back?
I think it did. It only comes back during February, which I don't know if that's like a racial thing or not, but.
It wouldn't surprise me, man. It's McDonald's.
It's like how the McDonald's wrap, which is just a burrito, comes back every time Hispanic Heritage Month rolls around.
And yet fish and fillet still sits there.
Yeah. And the commercial's like, "Orale, you want a chicken wrap full?"
And yet fish
you wanna.
Yeah.
And yet fillet of fish still sits there.
Yeah.
Year round.
Good, fool.
You know that's not real fish, damn it. Anyway.
Oh yeah, no. It's funny how like, the Irish just get like a Shamrock Shake for a day and that's it. They're like, "Yeah, get the fuck out of here, dude."
Well, there's the Grimace Shake now.
Grimace.
This purple shit. I was like,
gonna get you colon cancer, dog. You better fucking stay away from that shit.
That's like,
might as well just get your own ice
purple
cream.
ketchup.
Purple ketchup will kill you. Yeah, I never trust. And then remember like the Halloween green ketchup, which is like, why?
I had it all.
Well, actually, there's a new ketchup coming, and now it's mixed with Pepsi, and it's supposed to be at sports stadiums now. Yeah.
Ketchup with a Pepsi mixed with Pepsi?
Yes.
Get the fuck out.
Dog, sports are so fucking over.
They making.
I'm cool,
like,
man.
Anytime I see that shit, I'm like, wow, you still trying for that 58th flavor, eh, Heinz?
It's just so. It's like ketchup is one of those things where like you shouldn't really fuck with it, right? It's
Probably
like how you can
not.
get mayonnaise
At
or you
all.
can get like what is it? Isn't like Miracle Whip like mad bitter? Right?
Is it? I thought that was like the sweeter one, and mayonnaise was just like the sour one.
Yeah.
And then like,
was
and
my
then there's like the other mustards. Like, you ever had the other mustards? Like the real fucking almost like it's kind of like the cheese that looks like it's moldy.
Oh, you mean the one
it's-
that you open up and you like use a paintbrush and stuff?
Yes, and you're like, yeah. That's like, dog. No, just give me a regular little block of cheese. All right, give me some cheddar. Don't fucking smack me with this shit like it looks like it's gonna, give me some sort of tapeworm or some shit like that.
I'll stick with the Heinz mustard, man. At least that's like the best one.
Yeah, whatever shit you put on a hot dog, give me that ketchup and mustard. I don't need none of the other.
That's fine, yeah.
Like how relish is just diced up pickles. I ain't retarded. I know what that is.
Well, one time they were. Wow. Yeah,
That's what it
right.
is. It's just fucking.
You're right.
That's like the McDonald's secret sauce is Thousand Islands with diced up pickles in it.
True. But here's the thing,
Yeah.
right? Like one time they were experimenting really crazy with it because they had like mayo mixed with ketchup and then like mayo mixed with mustard too, and they were selling that as a flavor. And I was like, oh yeah, this will really work.
Hmm.
Mayo and mayonnaise and all. Mayo, mayonnaise, and mustard. I was like, damn.
It's like if you want to do that, just fucking dip your burger in some ketchup. You don't have to fucking fuck the whole thing up, you know?
Yeah, but this is it sitting after a while and being packaged around. So
Oh yeah,
you
no
can only
thanks. Nah, I'm good. That's like when what is it? Is it Taco Bell or Jack in the Box that markets fourth meal?
it's Taco Bell that does that.
Ooh, definitely Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's like it. I wonder how many dead rats they're like accidentally cooking to hand them shits out at like 2 a.m. or whatever. And it's
You will never know the difference
because it's like how Jack in the Box has that like miscellaneous box of like you just pay $5 and you get like 30 things and everyone just thinks that makes sense. You know, it's like when they tell you like, oh, this pizza and large Pepsi from Little Caesars is only $4. I'm thinking like, how? Like that 2-liter at the store is $5.
That's a good question, though.
Like, what are you making the pizza out of? Like, what the fuck is that shit? How is that $4?
Actually, is Little Caesars running with that promotion? It's one of them, isn't it?
One of them. A few of them have done it though.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But I'm a sucker
Yeah, I
for a
don't know.
dollar
That's
burger,
wild.
so what the fuck do I know? Like,
Well, hey, look, man, like In-N-Out, Five Guys, and all that shit is overpriced. I'm like, what the fuck?
In-N-Out might be a little
Especially
overrated.
fucking Five Guys.
Five Guys is probably some of the most overrated shit I've ever eaten in my life.
It is.
Something about inconveniencing you makes them think they can charge you more and make it fancy, right? Like they think that's fancy. So they go like, oh, you want fries? And you go, yeah, that sounds cool. And then they get the fries and they throw them in a paper bag so they leak through it. Then they toss your burger on top of it. Wrapped in foil, by the way. And you're like, they go, there you go, stupid. And I'm thinking like, this is, what the fuck?
And the fries aren't even all that good either. Like, they don't really have any flavor to them.
I also don't want my fries just touching a fucking paper bag like that.
Or aluminum foil, but yeah.
Yeah. Where like the foil thing has been kicking it on the counter and they go, oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm. And then you open it up
like a fucking slob, you asshole.
And it's a small burger too. It's like it's not even anywhere near as like the way.
And then they make you think it's special because it's up to you to add every single ingredient. God forbid they find like a chef to create a menu.
Right.
They go like, well, do you want to get jalapeno fritters on it? And I'm like, on a burger? What? No.
Yeah, if you're gonna do all that shit, you might as well just go to Walmart and get you some nice pack of ground beef.
Yeah.
And make your own shit. Like
go
that.
to Fuddruckers. Okay.
Or yeah. I would love for a Fuddruckers though.
There used to be a Fuddruckers out here.
Mm.
Should make a Fuddruckers restaurant called Build a Burger.
Keyword being used.
Yeah.
Well, actually, were Sonics ever good? Now that I think about it,
that's a good question.
They were
because I think it's mostly
adequate.
the drinks, right? Okay, yeah.
That's what you went
We'll
for.
go with that.
Yeah, Sonics was serviceable. It's like you went there if like the Carl's Jr. was mad packed, and you were like, oh yeah, that's fine. Like if there was a Jack in the Box or a Sonics, I'd probably go to Sonics before I go to Jack in the Box.
Makes sense.
But dude, I one of the most devastating things about fast food is like the way they name shit. So like if you go to like a Del Taco and you want to get like hot sauce, they make you say all like those fucking dumb names on it.
Del Scorcho.
Yes. They go, like it's kind of like when I go to Starbucks, I don't ever say venti. I just say a large. Right? I will not say venti. I don't care what month we're celebrating, all right?
Oh wait, you mean over at like Starbucks and shit?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I will not say venti. People are like, do you want a grande or venti or regular? I'm like, I want a large one.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, venti it is. And I had the most like obnoxiously chipper Starbucks guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
He was like, and I came 2 days in a row, which is a big fucking mistake, just for my patience, I guess. And then he hears me on the microphone. I don't know if he recognized my voice then, but I pull up and he goes, "Oh, dude, what's up?" Like that.
Oh, wow.
And I'm looking at him like, I should just drive off. I thought about that. And he goes, "Oh man, dude. All right, what's up? That'll be $5.45 or whatever." And I'm like, "Okay." And then I don't know if he thought I was like sad. He looked irritated when he goes, "Oh man, it's all right." I'm thinking to myself like, "Yeah, I know. Okay."
The ultra preppy guy, right?
Yeah, just mad, just like sugar in his loafers to the T, just peppy.
Why
as
am
a
I picturing a dude that's wearing like a fucking visor cap?
Because he was. That's the fucking problem. Because he was, which is what's really weird. That's scary that you figured that out. But like, this was wearing like a tennis cap, and he's like, "Oh, dude." I'm interacting with like a real life Mad TV character or something. I don't know what the fuck is happening right now.
I say this because I'm speaking from experience because like went through a fucking Starbucks drive-through one time.
Mm-hmm.
And a guy that was like trying to sell me some shit like got super weird. He's like, "You're being very aggressive." I'm just asking a question, you fuck. What the?
Yeah. This guy has the boss. Like, he goes, "Hey," I give him the money, and he goes, "Hey, man, it's gonna be all right." And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "It's gonna be all right, dude." And the window closes, and I'm still staring at him through the window, like I should fucking jump through this motherfucker. Like, I should show you that it's not going to be all right. I should show you that today is not going to be all right for you. It's not like that Kendrick Lamar song. It's not going to be all right.
Today's not.
Like, heaven forbid you ever make them go off script. You ever make them go off script and they like fall apart though? That's like the funniest shit.
Yes, I went through a McDonald's drive-thru once, and I wanted a vanilla cone, right?
Right.
And so I go through, and it's me and my cousin Pablo. We're kicking it. And I'm like, "Hey, can I ask you one thing?" He's like, "Yeah." I go, "Can I get some ketchup?" And this girl just turns real slow and looks at me with like complete disgust. She goes, "No, you can't." And the window just goes, psh, like mad fast. And I was like, "Oh no!" Like, "Oh, I'm in trouble." Man,
it don't take much, but yeah, I had a moment
spit on your cone.
Oh yeah. She probably fucking put it up her cooter.
Yeah,
and swirled it.
Yeah, gave you a little custard, son.
A little I'm like, damn, they put that new Heinz mustard on here? Shit.
But I've done that shit though, but like where I had to deal with somebody talking all the time like that. I'm like, look, I'm not here to have a conversation.
No,
Just get the food out.
It's always a white dude too. Like, minority person would go, "It's going to be all right, dude." Like, fuck off.
And they do all that crazy shit. And then like, I drove off too. I was like, you know what? I didn't pay a damn thing. Let me just be show them the way of things.
Yeah, no. Like,
it drove right off, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
The other trippy thing too is if you go through like a Starbucks now and you have like you pull out your debit card, there's like the automatic must tip option.
Yeah, I saw that.
Fucking bizarre, dude. Like, I'm like,
ain't no way. It ain't that good.
That's what I'm saying. Also, like, what happens if I tip and then the options are like $2, $5, or $7? I'm thinking like my fucking drink is $5. Like, what am I tipping $7 for?
I had a terrible experience. You ain't getting shit.
It's just like not even if it's not terrible. It's like you're not doing shit. The machine is doing it. And then how does this tip get split up? The company just makes $2 more off me? Like, what the fuck is this shit? It's so weird, dude.
Nah, I think I'm gonna stick with the K cups I have at home and just be like, here we go.
Oh, but I did have a great server experience though. You guys want to hear this story?
Yeah, sure, shoot.
Me and the lady, we were gonna go see The Flash, right? So we stopped at an Outback beforehand to have some drinks and eat and shit. So we're kicking it in there.
Oh,
and
you
we're
want to
leaving.
look fancy at the Outback.
Oh, shit, man. I mean, hey, baby, you know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding. No.
I know for sure you got laid that night.
But by who?
Make it magical.
Yeah. So like, what ends up happening is we're there, we're finishing up, and the lady's like, "Oh, you guys, the typical thing is you want dessert." And like, we're like, "Oh no." My lady's like, "Oh, we got to catch a movie," and she goes, "Oh, what are you guys gonna go see?" And we're like, "Oh, we're gonna go see The Flash." This is before we knew it was a piece of shit, so we were like kind of excited or whatever. And
oh wow,
yeah. You know what a turn the night had. And this girl goes, "Oh my gosh!" She goes, "Are you serious?" She goes, "I want to see the movie so bad." Right? And I'm like, "Oh, really?" She's like, yeah. She goes, "I actually have a tattoo, a Raven tattoo." She goes, "But it's like, the Raven logo with like the 4 eyes, because her dad has the 4 eyes or whatever, the Trigon thing." I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "It's actually it's actually a tramp stamp." And I'm like, "Oh," and I'm signing the check thing, and I'm like, "Wait a minute." I go, and quietly I go, "Did you just say tramp stamp out loud?" And she goes, "Well, I mean, yeah." And she like looked confused. I go, "Oh, all right." I'm thinking like, what? Like, and I look at my lady, and I'm thinking like, what am I supposed to say to that?
What do you say to that?
Right? Yeah. And I go, "Oh, so you have a tattoo on your lower back like that?" And she goes, "Yes, my lower back." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. I don't want your management. I don't want the other customers to hear us say tramp stamp to each other."
This never happened.
Yeah. You never saw me here like that, And she goes, like, "It's really cool though." And me and my lady end up walking out of there. I'm thinking like, does she keep saying that to show us? Like, why does she keep doing that?
Yeah,
it's really cool. I'm really proud of it. Like, it's really cool. Like, okay. Cool. All right.
Ravens from Teen Titans, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, is it like Rule 34 Raven? Because,
I mean,
Twitter art.
I mean, tell me you got Starfire in your thigh or some shit. I mean, all this stuff, yeah.
Tell me you got the entry to the Batcave on your cooter lips.
If I spank your ass real good, will Trigon say hi? I mean, what the fuck's gonna happen?
I got Clayface on my butt, and if you spank me, it jiggles.
This is magic moment.
It's a magic moment. Oh my gosh! Yeah, I got Mr. What is it? I got the plastic man on my cock, and every time it grows, he stretches a little bit. Just a little bit, not a lot though.
Well, there you go, Reed Richards.
Yeah, there you go, Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic. There you go.
Bobby Bombastic.
That man is a national treasure.
He is.
Yeah. Shaba.
You know who's not? Snow. Snow is not.
Oh, come on. Why does everybody hate on Snow?
He's a Canadian national treasure.
Yeah, there you go.
He's a Canadian
nowhere near
treasure.
as good.
Yeah.
He's a Canadian treasure for sure. Yeah.
Well, for the longest damn time, people said that was Drake, but okay.
Well, no, I mean, Drake is the new Snow. He tries to pull out the mans don't lie shit. He tries to go like the mans don't lie, like the whole drill shit that he tries to pull off. He did it for 2 songs, and he made some fucking dance hall music where he's singing and no one liked it.
He heard one dance hall track and just decided to make a whole record.
Well, I can tell.
I could do that.
I can tell she went to Comic-Con.
Yeah. Mans don't lie. Fucking Drake, dude.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess she wanted you and your lady to be real happy with the idea of
like a fan, I guess,
Yeah.
I get it. That's cool.
I mean, but I know all them fans have been real fucking disappointed.
Yeah,
I was trying to connect in a weird way.
Yeah.
No social awareness. Fuck that.
None. No. Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking too. Like, really, like a cool interaction, but like, it would have been cooler if like that person was telling you that at a bar. Yeah. And you're like, oh, yeah okay, cool.
Yeah.
But not like while they're holding like
Environment matters.
Yeah, they're not holding your Caesar salad. You know what I mean? Like, you want more blue cheese? Also, I got this really sick ass back tattoo. You want to see it?
Like, yo, man, you can't say blue cheese and back tack in the same sentence.
Yeah. If you say blue cheese and tramp stamp, I'm gonna think you're talking to me in code.
Yeah.
I mean, you want a little
more of that blue cheese? I'm like, oh, girl,
this is some off the menu shit.
Let me take you to the back room where we serve the blue cheese.
So while I'm tossing your salad,
yeah.
I get to see all that tramp stamp after a while.
Yeah, she's got me bent over. She's telling me about a tattoo.
It's another notch in my belt. Some little feather in my cap.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't know how
Strap
to
the gloves on. I'm
but
boxing
it was
tonight.
cool. It was pretty cool. She was a great waitress, which was just funny, you know. But like it was just very. I didn't ever expect somebody to be like, you want to see my fucking back tattoo or tramp stamp?
I mean, you know, at least it was a good experience and not, you know, anything that could have went a whole different way.
Are you looking at my tramp stamp like that? Like the tone, you know?
I totally was. Now,
like, whoa, like that.
Well, yeah, I was also looking at the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers shit you got on your left arm.
Yeah. I was trying to show you my Trigon, if you know what I'm saying.
Ancient Chinese secret, huh?
Yeah, my cream of some young guy. It's off the menu.
I bet it is.
Oh man.
Yeah, like I don't think they're ever getting that Titans movie, but that Titans show was pretty decent.
Man, they canceled that shit so fast, dude. Halfway through that season.
Oh, I didn't say it was gonna last. I just said
they were just like, "Hey, this thing's canceled," and they were like, "Wait, we got 4 more episodes." Like, yeah, we know, but like once that's over, that's it. Dunzo.
That and the Doom Patrol.
Yeah, how sad, huh? They just kind of canceled them, and people like us know about it, but like the general people who watch HBO Max, they probably don't fucking even know what that is, which is what's even crazier.
Nah,
you know,
not at all. They just.
It's like I didn't realize that Obi-Wan Kenobi series was already over.
Oh, thank God it lasted for only 6 episodes. I was getting tired of it.
But I was just like, wait, what? I thought it was just coming out, and they were like, nope, it's
been out.
Over. Oh, okay, cool.
Oh man, speaking of that shit, now in case you didn't get enough of Rey, she's coming back in a new movie where she brings back the Jedi Order. So yeah,
she better bring back my order, if you know what I mean.
At least it'd be a much better movie. At least that'd be a much better movie, but. It's like, damn, you got to take like one of the lowest selling Star Wars characters and base a whole movie around that. You base the whole trilogy around it. Nobody fucking cared.
Yeah, they're gonna try to redeem the mess that they've made by like trying to make her likable now. That's what they're
because the series wasn't good enough, right? Like even now, you know, there's so many people mad about like some shit happened in the Mandalorian season 3. I think one of the female Mandalorians ended up taking over or something. Like,
yeah,
what do you expect?
It's also funny too because like they're doing the same thing with fucking Indiana Jones. Like they're trying to do you a favor, and they're also ruining it at the same time, which is like, it just seems like the thing to do now. It's kind of like, well, how do we get rid of the properties? If we can just burn them out, then we can just say, well, we stopped making that. You know, maybe the studios just lost interest in these properties years ago, and they're like, fuck. Well, this one just made almost $1 billion, so now we got to make 2 more Star Wars movies. Little did we know that those other ones were going to suck. Bad. Hard.
Well, with the terrible writing, and also not to mention the very unbearable fucking directors. Like, the whole wheel of directors of people that had Star Wars movies promised to them is just hilarious.
Like, we'll even finish on this, but like, they should have just let fucking J.J. Abrams just direct all 3 of those. Just so you had one person to blame.
Fucking did it. It didn't. Made no sense.
They switched directors, and every other directors were like, "What? I don't fucking direct like that." They're like, "Fuck it, just do it." And they're like, "Okay, I'll make it silly, I guess." I don't know what the fuck he does, and that was it. Like, I don't know, but gentlemen, this has been a great getting back into it session. And
God, have I missed this?
I know.
Sam,
fuck, man. Talk about a green room session that's worth just being its own run right now. Good Lord.
Right?
Gentlemen, thank you for joining. Jay, Eric, anybody listening, we'll catch you on the next. Stay tuned for more, you little fuckers. All right.
Coming hard.
I'm coming hard. My back tattoo. Yeah.
We have Blast Off.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.